It's the lips for me. Hey guys, Tez here and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be looking at my finances, specifically how much money I actually spend during the month when we had the Eat Out to Help Out scheme. And now the reason I'm doing this is because I was looking at my finances and I noticed that even though I'd done a lot of overtime, I didn't actually save any more money that month. So I was wondering what I sort of did with that money. And now this doesn't include sort of my regular spending, so like my bills and all the other stuff which I mentioned in my other video. If you haven't seen that one, then you should check it out in that little box up there, just to see how much money I get paid as a pharmacist monthly. So I did say in that video that I normally spend about £500. Now that includes food and fuel, so I just wanted to see whether I actually spend that or not. So before we get started, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, leave a like and share the video because it helps me out. Week 1, firstly I spent £12.30 on Chai Time, which is a bubble tea place. Now I think a bubble tea is about £3.90, so I did go there more than once, and I think one of the times that I went there I went with my colleague, or maybe I bought my colleague a drink and then gave it to them later. Every time I want bubble tea, my monkey mind is like, no, I can't do it, and my monkey mind is like, you can't do it.
I can't do it. You can. You can do it. You can. You can.
So I just end up doing it and buying the tea. Then I spent £50 on fuel, which is about average for how much I spend every week, but this goes on my credit card, so I still took it into account. And then I spent £22 in Aldi for my weekly food shop for work and for my dinner, because I'm pescatarian and my mum isn't, so sometimes I have to make my own dinners if I want to eat. My friends and I went for brunch at this vegan place called Fettel, so I spent about £11.25, and then after that we went for dessert which was £6.50. I also spent £6 on parking the night before because I'd gone for dinner with another friend, but luckily I didn't have to pay for that dinner. And then I spent £7 on a burger and a drink in this place called Head of Steam. The burger was actually really nice. And then on the following day we went to have sushi at an all-you-can-eat restaurant, and I think that was £16 by the time you factored in the actual food, the drink and the tip. And then I spent £5 in Costa. I'm pretty sure that was like a coffee and a treat, it wasn't just the drink. So that was it for week 1, which works out to £136 and 5p. Then week 2, £8.67 on Uber Eats, £5.80 on Marks and Spencer's. We have a Marks and Spencer's at my work, so if I'm feeling like my dinner didn't satisfy me, then I'll nip there and I'll buy like a pastry and then maybe a drink and then maybe a treat on top. And then I spent I went on a bottomless brunch and I ended up spending £102. We just got a bit too excited about the fact that lockdown was done. Little did we know that it was going to be coming back. And then I went to Fettel again and I spent £17 and then £24 in Aldi. At this point I was thinking, why am I spending money in Aldi when I'm still going out to eat? I'm not sure what the rationale was there, but yeah. And then I spent £50 on fuel, £5 on Costa again, £12 on a dinner, £3.95 on bubble tea, again at least it was only once that week, and then £4 in Sainsbury's. I think I was really feeling like I needed some ice cream, so I just went and got a tub. So my top retainer sort of snapped in the middle, so I had to go get that fixed, so I paid £2.20 for parking. And then I bought the Bose headphones, which were £265. Now it's the Bose 700, so I think they're normally a bit more than that, but because Amazon was doing a deal and I really wanted them and I'd been looking at them for ages, so I just took the plunge and bought them. I spent £5.50 in Sainsbury's again, don't know why. So that was week 2, which I think was about £500 and 12p, if I've worked that out right. So the third week, M&S again, £1.50. I spent £12 in Costa, which I think I was working at the weekend as well, so I sort of treated myself, I guess, more than once. Again, bubble tea, £3.95, and then I also went to an aquarium which was £12. And now I don't really like aquariums or zoos and stuff because I feel like it's low-key animal cruelty, but my friend wanted to go. After that we went for food, which was £21, and then £3.50 in Sainsbury's, £50 in petrol, and then I bought a sandwich for lunch which was £3.70, and that week was sort of my best week, I guess, so far, at £107.71. Finally, the fourth week, I spent £12 on Amazon. I think it was to buy a book, and then I spent £19.12 in Aldi. Again, I was still spending money in Aldi, but I was still eating out every lunchtime, so I don't know what I was thinking. I spent £9.48 on Deliveroo because I really fancied chai time, but I was working, so I got it delivered to work. And then I spent £11 in M&S, £5.78 in Sainsbury's, £18.92 in Costa. I think that week I just had my lunches from Costa. Then I spent £1 in Tesco. That was for a cinnamon thingy, which do you know the cinnamon buns? They're really good, you should try those. And then I spent £50 for fuel again, and then £8.25 in Sainsbury's. So I think, what did I even buy? Do you know what? I don't know, but yeah, I spent that. Oh. And then I spent £97.06 in Costco. Now, in my defense, I was probably buying stuff like toilet roll, like paper towels, and you know, like those heavy duty things, and then maybe some food as well. And then I also went to Alnwick Gardens and the Alnwick Castle with my friends. So by the time we did the food, which my friend made a packed lunch for us, and it was amazing. So we had a packed lunch, and then the fuel to get there and the tickets to get into the gardens and the towers. Altogether that was £35. And then again another £3.95 in chai time. Now I was thinking, oh, this is it, this isn't too bad, but then when I went to my debit account, I noticed that there were transfers, so I was transferring people money for when they bought food for us, like if they were paying, and I spent £66 that way. In total I spent £1,081.59 after saying I spent £500 a month.
Shame! Shame! Shame!
Doing this review has made me realise how I sort of think I spend less than I spend because I spend little and often. So I'll spend like a £5 there, I'll spend like £2 there, and I'll spend like £3 there. If anything, it's like the fact that the balance gets higher, so I feel like they do that on purpose, so that subconsciously you're like, oh, like I'm not, because for me, the closer I am to zero, the more I panic, I suppose. So with the credit card, because it goes up, I know that's stupid, but I don't always automatically think, oh, this is like money that I'm gonna have to pay somehow. I just think, oh, it's fine, it's not close to zero, subconsciously, I think. So maybe that's why I don't worry about it as much, but I'm definitely going to try to be a bit more mindful about the amount of money I spend, and maybe I should stay at home a lot more, because clearly when I walk out of the house I just spend money. So I hope you enjoyed that and you learnt something, and I hope if you're thinking of getting a credit card to use for everyday spending, you think twice before you do it. Moving on to the book of the video, which is Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. This book is about a young woman in her 30s, I believe, and she has an unconventional personality, and people find her a bit weird because her sense of humour is a bit odd and deadpan, but she just navigates through life and she opens herself up to new possibilities, I suppose. It is a bit sad, but I do think that is important, and it highlights a lot of issues that a lot of young people are facing these days. Let me know in the comments if there's any type of video you want to see, or if you have any questions. Type that like button so the video reaches more people. Subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, bye for now.